Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here, and in this video I'm going to take a look at Jambre's top 100 Legend Druid deck. This is a truly unique take on Druid. This would probably be characterized as a spell Druid if you don't want to call Token Druid a spell Druid, because this deck really wins through its spells. The main win conditions of the deck are Solar Eclipse together with Cenarion Ward and Arbor Up. There's just jamming some 1632 armor for yourself and getting a bunch of 8 drops and getting some buffs on those and getting some treants on the board, and that's pretty much how the deck wins games. Then of course is the question, how do you get there? First of all, you want to ramp with Overgrowth so that you get some more mana crystals so that you will sometimes be able to play these cards. Then you have Twilight Runners in the deck, so Twilight Runner can draw some cards for you. Then you have Malygos the Spellweaver, draw spells until your hand is full, so that's almost guaranteed to get you a Solar Eclipse Cenarion Ward combo, and you can tutor for your Malygos the Spellweaver with Tail and Fordring. And because you're casting so many spells, at some point your Umbral Owls will be free, and then you can Umbral Owl and Arbor Up and maybe Solar Eclipse Arbor Up with Umbral Owls and just get some pretty sweet boards. However, the number of threats in this deck is severely limited. You can absolutely and quite easily run out of minions when you play this deck. You're really on a clock, you have to get things done. So this kind of off-meta deck, is this now the new Meta Tyrant? Hardly so. This is more like a precision weapon. It has some good matchups. It's really good against Elemental Shamans, against Demon Hunters, and against Rush Warriors. And those are some of the most popular decks on the ladder at the moment. However, as the deck has started to gain popularity and people have started to play it, its win rate has stabilized to around 46% overall against the wide Legend meta. Because it also has a few bad matchups, like Druids and Priests and Warlocks and Hunters and Mages. Meta decks are meta decks for a reason. They don't have a lot of bad matchups, they're usually decks that you can play whatever you meet, and this is not one of those decks. This is a deck that you play in a very specific meta, or just for fun if you don't mind losing a lot. As for the mulligans with this deck, I have considered keeping stuff like Living Seed and Nature Studies, but looking through statistics really carefully, the difference between Overgrowth and everything else is like 8 percentage points or so. So really, you want to hard mulligan for Overgrowth. That's just what you want the mulligan for. If you have Overgrowth, well then you can keep some other cards, maybe even a Cenarion Ward. But without Overgrowth, there's just not much you can do. Now, let's go take a look at Jambre Druid in action, and if you enjoy this content, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. I'll even keep a Cenarion Ward, now that I have an Overgrowth already. Yep, there is something that I can do with this. Let's see. Hunter kept everything. That's generally bad news. I need to get to 10 mana to do a double Cenarion Ward. Does that mean innervating the Overgrowth next turn, or playing the Overgrowth naturally on 4 and saving the innervate to be played with the... Oh well, I might not survive that long. Yup, there's going to be a board full of minions here. I play Overgrowth on 4. Then on 5 I will have 7 mana crystals. Then I will be able to play all of this stuff. I need to survive 2 turns. Okay, we have our plan. We have a very specific plan here. Overgrowth next turn into double Cenarion Ward the turn after that. Healing for 16, getting a couple of 8 drops on the board. The question is that going to be enough? And the answer is that I don't know. But it is the only play. Zambak will be free on 7, so I will be able to play this on an 8 drop. They will now have a 7/6 Rhino for next turn. Obviously inconvenient for me. But let's see. Fog Beam is free, but their minions have too much health. Okay, so we do the Lightning Bloom. And the Innervate. And the Solar Eclipse. And the Cenarian Ward. Okay. Then we are going to Iron Bark this one. We give that one Taunt. Let's make a big Taunt. Then I believe I'm going to Bog Beam one of the 1/1s. Yes. Bog Beam that one. Then we'll play the Umbral Owl. Then the Umbral Owl will kill the Golkar and this one will kill the Wrangler. And now I'm at 30 health and I'm sitting behind a 13-15 taunt minion. Now only a 13-10 taunt minion. They have a 7/6 Rhino in hand, so they will actually be able to push through this. And then I need to get some good top decks. Let's spend one 7/6 Rhino. That's something. That's a blank. But we'll wait and see. Now that I'm at 31 health and I was able to spend many of their resources, maybe there is a way.
Let me work my magic.
Okay, so far it's all good. It's all good so far. Resizing Poach for an 8-cost card. Yes, I believe that is the way. That's an arcane spell. I guess it's the Plagued Proto Drake. I guess it has to be the Proto Drake here. And I will kill off the 3 attack minion there. I'm still at 31. I have some stuff on the board. Hunter is down to just 2 cards at the moment. Yep, another Rhino. That's nice for them, of course. It doesn't deal a ton of damage. I can kill the Rhino. I can kill one of their 1/1s. And I can start hitting them in the face as well. I'm at 26 health, and the hunter has no more rhinos left. Okay, what can they find? Well, that for a freezing trap is actually pretty good, isn't it? Might even be able to discover freezing trap twice. Okay, we'll see how it goes. Now that Umbral Owl is at the freezing trap, if there's a freezing trap it will be ineffective. Pack tactics. Fine. I'm fine with the pack tactics. This one goes to the dome. I will Lunar Eclipse that one. And I will use my hero power on this one, or I will use my hero power on the base. Because that sets up for lethal even with the Umbral Owl. Just more ways to get lethal. The secret pushing in some damage, but ultimately insufficient. Need to mulligan quite hard for the overgrowth. This one, that's the only ramp you have. And whether you find it or not, largely dictates your success. Living Seed is not bad though. I'm going to play Living Seed next turn, am I not? I believe I will. Yeah, so we'll just end the turn here. Not use the nature studies because I don't think I would get what I want from Living Seed next turn if I did. Let's see how it goes. We have a Cage Match Custodian. No Menacing Nimbus, okay. Well, that's less powerful than the Cage Match, so it's okay. Time to do the Living Seed, and we get the Focused Runner. Good. I will want the Focused Runner out there on turn 4. So far so good. I do the runner this turn. I want to do the runner this turn. That means that I will have 2 mana crystals next turn. It's a bit tough. Maybe we'll just do a nature studies now. But if I do nature studies, no, I want to do the bloom. I want to bloom the runner. Then I want to do the nature studies. And pick up... Oh dear, getting those 7 mana crystals. Not an easy task. I think I still need to pick up the book beam here. We'll see. There is an option to just use 2-cost book beam next turn. We'll see. Especially if they play like an average Stormer. Okay. I think this is a 2-cost book beam. On that minion actually. Well, then I might as well hit the runner in. Whoa! The next spell this turn costs 2 less. That's intriguing. I think we're cleaning up this board then. Pow and pow.
That's incredible.
So now they will have to have something to kill this Twilight Runner. The weapon alone isn't enough. And at 4 mana, that means also Guyworm isn't active because they played the Wackenol Hammer last turn. There's quite a few good things that could happen here.
Nature waits for no one but
They might be able to pick up a Lightning Bolt. If they can pick up their Lightning Bolt, then they can kill the Runner. Yep, they got the Lightning Bolt. Okay, that's nice. That's a Solar Eclipse and that's a Cenarian Ward. Let's try Resizing Pouch here. Groundskeeper. I have spells that cost 5 or more. I can easily do this. Go to 25, have a 4-5 Taunt minion board. They're again at 4 mana. So far so good. So far so good. Trying to get to that Solar Eclipse Cenarian Ward play. It's taking some time to get there. I was trying to find an Overgrowth with the Resizing Pouch, but even without an Overgrowth it might still be okay. The Wackenol Hammer is the tool they have to increase the health of the Primal Dungeoneer. At 4 mana it's a bit limited what they can do. That could get a little ugly. There's no reason for them to attack. Talon will draw my Malygos. I could Resizing Pouch for a Lightning Bloom. Talon Resizing Pouch. Then I'm not far away from... Then I wouldn't be far away from winning. Right?
This is not what we stood
I think I can afford to do that. Go for the Bloom here.
Out of my garden.
Trade away the biggest minion there. Okay, so far so good. Hi, Meyer. Well, I'm playing some Jambre Druid. We'll see how it goes. Now they have access to stuff like Fire Elemental. On turn 8 I can do Bloom, Eclipse, Cenarian Ward. For 16 armor and 2 8-drops. Obviously there can be some Lilibet Lurkers there too. They could Lilibet Lurker the Talon now. But that only denies the Malygos draw, it's not that big of a deal. I'm spending both Bog Beams to kill the Lilipad, am I not? I am indeed. Let's kill that Lilipad. Develop a Twilight Runner. And I think I might as well Hero Power Face here. Okay, for next turn I have the double Cenarian Ward. And I have some card draw coming as well. Well, this deck has stabilized to around 46% win rate. so it is not a playable deck really. But it has favored matchups against Shamans and Rush Warriors. So depending on the meta pocket that you're facing, this deck can be a playable option, because if you're facing a pocket where there's tons of Shamans and Rush Warriors, then suddenly the deck is quite alright. But it also boasts below 30% win rates against like 4 classes or so. It has quite a lot of weaknesses. Do I have to Ironbark the Twilight Runner? They might have another Lilipad Lurker available. Let's draw some cards first. Kill that one and draw some cards. So I could Lunar Eclipse, then Solar. No, I need to bloom first. Yeah, that's the way this goes. I bloom first. Then I'll do a Lunar Eclipse into that Elemental. Then I'll do a Solar Eclipse. Then I'll do a Cenarian Ward.
Sands of time run low.
That's intriguing.
The time is now.
Guess this will be used to kill that one. Try and buck this after all. I think I might. They can still answer it with a Fire Elemental. We'll see. This is now guaranteed to draw an Owl. Spells are a little expensive thanks to the Tormentor. They could have a Lilipad Lurker to hex one of these. They already spent one Lilipad Lurker though. They used Fire Elemental. Okay. And they roll a Totem. They can indeed. Oh, that's an Owl. This is gonna draw another Owl. That's plenty of Owls right there. I can just play them both. There's a reason to trade with the Totem. Sure, I didn't want the Totem to stay alive. I didn't see any reason to let it stay alive there. Okay. Push with these. They could have Alex to kill my 8/8. That would take all of their mana though. Or they can have the second Lilipad Lurker. That's fairly strong. Now the spells are of normal cost again. I'll need to find something. Of course there's a reason to kill it, to make the future totem pool weaker. Well, 4 mana. That Average Stormer is a little annoying, because it removes a minion in case I pick up an Arbor up here. And Overgrowth isn't exactly what I wanted to see. That's not great. That will draw the rest of my deck, but I won't be able to use them all in a single turn. I still need to get rid of the Lily. I guess I'm getting rid of the board, right? I guess I am getting rid of this board. Doing it like this means that Shaman has no board again. But they still have a lot of good cards there, including some spells that can now be used to kill some of this stuff. However, with both Lilipad Lurkers gone, and I'm at 42 health, means that after Malygos is played, I will have just so many spells. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spells in the deck. That leaves the Forest Warden Omu as the final card in my deck. Nine cards in hand. So next turn I will play Omu. What will I play after Omu? Omu into Arbor. Something like that, I believe. I will play the nature studies now. For a survival of the fittest, maybe?
Sands of time run low.
Why not? It's fine. Okay. I have the ability to play Omu, Arbor up, then double Cenarian Ward again. Doesn't that generate a board that is impossible for the opponent to answer?
I wonder.
Want the double Arbor up. But they're at 15, I can't kill them with a double Arbor up. Okay. They're actually going to kill my Malygos. Fine. That's acceptable.
Always little time. Beauty discovery. Oh, you built this for me?
Right. Build a bit of a board.
Cards is gone.
Omu into Arbor up. And I have access to 4 additional mana. I could also Arbor up after. I would need 3 mana to do that. Now this is simply Omu. And then Arbor up. Then 10 mana again. I could do Survival of the Fittest. No, it's still better to do Solar Eclipse. In the Cenarian Ward. This should still be better. Because I don't really see how the Shaman is going to handle this. But we'll see. Maybe there is something that I have not taken into account. Just maybe. Well, with that taunt minion they can make it so that I will only have 1 minion on my board. With the proper trades. What do you think about Gibelling in this deck? Nah, you want just Gibellings as Gibellings. And hero power was not valuable there. I didn't see any reason to use it. Is there a way for the Shaman to handle this? Maybe there is. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage there. They can kill this one, maybe. And if the Shaman top decks the right cards or rolls Taunt Totems, they might win. Missed the attack there. I was thinking a little bit too long. It's the Shaman's minion. It's a dunk tank. Okay, that 7-drop better be good. Yes, that 7-drop is bad. There's still a chance for me to lose. Someone will have to trade. They're not going to go into fatigue. I need to kill the totem to increase the odds that they can't roll a taunt here. Because Shaman can roll a taunt, they just win. Or if they can top deck a taunt, there's still another Earth Remnant in the deck. 1 in 4 for them to roll a taunt, they didn't roll a taunt. That was way too close. This deck is almost completely incapable of defeating a priest. So knowing that, you probably should just concede when you priest, but we'll give it a try. Let's see how it goes. I mean, that 20% win rate means that 20% of the time this deck does win. Sometimes Priest just draws a complete blank. Let's see about that. Go into Nature Studies the Living Seed. Or save Nature Studies for later. Nature Studies the Living Seed is fine. Go in Overgrowth next turn. Yeah, that's how we roll. Roll the Twilight Runner. There's also a chance to coin Twilight Runner. Then play Overgrowth the following turn. Need to consider those options. Paladin currently good to play in the Legend. Not very good, but it's better than people give it credit for. Oh, that's a lot of Overgrowths. So we're coining one of those now. I'll play the other one next turn. I might then try to do like everything. I might try that and try to do everything. Mana crystals. I don't quite have enough to do everything yet. In the next 2 turns I will... Okay. Okay, over the next 2 turns we will be able to get some things done. We'll see how it goes. If Priest has a Soul Mirror, then that comes just at the right time though. Which will be terrible for me, of course. I want to Iron Bark. I might as well. See how this goes. Priest could easily have the tools. Remember, this is a 20-80 matchup in favor of the Priest. So on average you never win this matchup, but every once in a while you do. Well, that Cenarian Ward is interesting too. But I think that's for next turn.
How curious.
Let's start doing the Owls. And the double Opera up. Do I want to kill the Mage Scribe? I can leave the Mage Scribe up. I can kill it with the Hero Power. I'll be able to hit those into there, over there. Kill the Mage Scribe with my Hero Power and push 10 damage to the Priest's face. Now obviously, if Priest has a Soul Mirror, that just instantly clears the board. There are many other spells that the Priest can also have. They currently have 3 random spells, and Soul Mirror of course is also run in their main deck. Because of that palm reading, they could have a 6-cost Soul Mirror in hand, one of these 3 cards here, one of these 4 cards here. So that would give them space to play with that. But right now, it looks like the Priest is in trouble. Ah, that was excellent though. That was excellent. That brought the Priest some time. This needs to go in first, in case I find another Arbor up. I can still look for that Arbor up with the Nature Studies, but I find nothing. I'm a little bit sad about that, of course. And then I'll have to Lunar Eclipse that one and just hit face with these. Too bad the Priest had a random spell that was an appropriate solution, and I couldn't get another Robber up. Now Priest got another extra turn, and they have some discovered spells here that they discovered after they no longer had enough mana. So, what's it gonna be? Is the Soul Mirror there now?
What knowledge to the stars?
Ah, Cyrilla. A splendid random top deck. How about those top decks and random generation? Just excellent. Well, it's neither here nor there. We're going to do a solar eclipse in Cenarian Wood.
Existence is pain. So is teaching me.
I would hold back my Bok Beam. Use this to kill the Zerella. If Priest has a raised, they might be able to raise the Zerella. And this is how it goes. And let's see about the Night Shower Elemental, of course. I understand. My hand is quite weak at the moment. Hero power. Use only one of the treants. Probably. I'll go there and use one of the treants. And this one to push face. Could get Talon out there. Overloading another 2. Talon will draw Forest Ward and Omu. I guess we'll go for it. Let's see how this works. I won't be able to play Malygos next turn, but I wasn't able to play it anyway. Seems very unlikely that I would be able to push through this priest defenses, but as I said, this is a 2080 matchup, so the matchup is almost impossible.
My blade.
Yeah. That's how it goes sometimes. I don't have enough win conditions left to defeat the priest. That's just not enough stuff left in the deck. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and check out my Twitch channel.